Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Tomica Hyper Rescue Drive Head review for you today. This is the Drive Head 03 Mark II White Crystal Hope. Basically this is the Mach 2 of White Hope, now rebranded as White Crystal Hope. And you can see it has the two pilots here on the front. Now from my understanding, again I haven't seen this in the show yet, but with the original White Hope, they had two different cars, and one for each of the pilots, and they would swap out, and sometimes one would pilot, sometimes the other would pilot. But from my understanding, the car this time is a two-seater, so they both ride in the car, and both of them pilot this together. So that's pretty cool. You can see you get the little chip here on the front for the White Crystal Hope, so that you can use it with the drive gear. Here's the top of the packaging. Bottom is exactly the same. On this side just shows the car and the vehicle, and you plug it in, and then of course the robot mode. And then on this side it just kind of shows a little backpack accessory, which of course we'll take a look at. And then on the back, again, just kind of shows the two vehicles, the robot, a little group shot of all the Mark IIs. And then of course you can still use the helicopter. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Get that to focus. There we go. So it just shows off the support vehicles, and because the base mold for all these robots is the same, any of the support vehicles, any other arms and legs are compatible. You can swap them out, make all the different kind of combinations you like, which is greatly appreciated because it adds a lot of play value. I think that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get White Crystal Hope out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here is the White Crystal Hope in robot mode. And I really like this a lot. Now, because they couldn't really add white as an accent color because he's already primarily white, they added some red, which is primarily down here in the legs. I like the look of it a lot. I really do think it looks good. It's very sleek. I like the design. I like this backpack, and I'll show you what it does in a moment. We'll get a quick look at the head sculpt here. Really beautiful blue eyes, which I think work really well with the silver and the gold crest. I like that head sculpt a lot. Really nice color scheme there. Get a little bit of gold chrome here on the crest, and then here on the little symbol here on the chest as well. So very, very cool. This piece does come off, just like the other two, Cyclone Interceptor and Brave Backdraft. That way, if you want to combine them with the Blitz formula, you can do so because you can swap out the chest pieces. A little bit of stickers, as you can see. This one I think has kind of the most stickers of any of them, but you have on the knee guards here, on the shoulders, on the arm, a bunch here on this chest piece that I just removed, some on the sides over here on the back. So, decent amount of stickers. Not a ridiculous amount, but I think, like I said, more than the other two releases. Take the car off real quick and we can take a look at that. I like the design. Fairly simple, but I think it's pretty cool. No stickers on this. This is all paint. Standard tab and hole here to connect it onto this. And then you can get a little bit better look at that head. Really like the head sculpt. It's simple, but I think it works. I like the little medic cross there on the top. All very cool. So I like that a lot. But yeah, overall, I really like the design of this guy. I like the color scheme. I think the white and the red really pops. I would bring in the regular White Hope to compare to, but I unfortunately don't have the Drive Head White Hope. I have the White Hope from the normal Tomica Hyper series before Drive Head was invented. So it's very different, so it's not really worth comparing because it's not quite the same. The other cool thing is, so he has this backpack. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this is used for on the show. But I think it's some kind of like scanning or, something for, I would assume, rescue health purposes or something. This can swivel down here like this. This piece can come off. It's just kind of clipped on there. I guess he could hold it in his hand if you wanted him to. Not well, though, because the peg's not really long enough, so I guess it's not really supposed to be done. But how this works is you peg this onto the back here, and then this piece rotates around and then goes in front of the face, and it's like a visor for scanning, which is kind of cool. I think that's neat. Like I said, I don't know what it's really used for because I haven't seen it on the show. but I like that. I think that's kind of neat. Like I said, I would assume for some kind of diagnostics or maybe in the field she can repair the other robots. I'm not really sure. But I like that a lot. I think that's kind of neat. It's kind of funny when you look at it from the top because it's so long because of how far away the head is. But it works. Like it just rests in front of the eyes and I think it works. And then you just rotate it back. So that's pretty much all she gets in terms of accessories though, which is kind of a bummer because there's no gun or anything like that. So I guess this one is really just used for like repairs in the field or something because there's really no weapons. So I assume there's a focus on, you know, rescue and not so much on battle. Let the other two battle, I guess. But yeah, I like this robot mode. I really do. I love the color scheme. I love the head sculpt. I think the backpack gimmick is fun. I just wish maybe she also included like a gun accessory. But let's go ahead and get on to the transformation. So transformation is very simple. Go ahead and take the backpack off first. Push the robot head in. Again, all these transformations are pretty similar. You're going to fold in the hands. Push this in and peg this against the body. And then push these up. Just like that. Do the same with the other. If you've seen any of my other reviews or if you have any of these toys, all the transformations are pretty much exactly the same. You're going to unpeg the waist. You can see that tab went right in there. You're going to rotate this back around, fold up the feet. Rotate these down so that you can bring this up. This tab here is going to peg in up here. You can hear it snap in. And then you can see that there's these tabs on the thighs. They're going to peg into these tabs here. So you're going to rotate this around, bend the knee 90 degrees, and then tab that in there. Do the same over here. And then you can connect the back of the feet like that. And there you go. There is your vehicle mode. At this point you can take this, and I think it has you rotate this around and then peg this in here like that. So again, it's definitely sleeker than the original White Hope. I like how the legs are kind of more, you know, aerodynamic, and just overall I really like the look of the vehicle mode. I think it's pretty cool. Rolls decently well. Again, if you wanted, you could take the car off, then you could have two vehicles. So pretty neat. I like it a lot. And I like the little bit of green in the accessory because I feel like the green goes well with the white and the red, and it's a nice little pop of color. So I do appreciate that they included a little bit of green here. I think that really works. But yeah, I like this vehicle mode a lot. It's simple, and it's very similar to the others. All these robots kind of have very similar transformations and similar vehicle modes, but I still think they look good. Great color scheme? Great color scheme and great design. And I like the accessory. It's not a weapon, technically, I guess. Or maybe it is. But I meant like it's not a traditional gun. But I think it's a very neat accessory. So, very, very cool. We'll go ahead and check out the chip here in the drive gear. So again, it says the name 03 Mark II White Crystal Hope. Okay, so we've gone all the way around there, and now we'll transform. Then you get the typical robot walking sounds. I think I've gone all the way around. Yeah, I can never tell. I don't know why when it comes to the walker robot forms, the sounds always sound different enough to me that I'll go around a couple times, but I think I went through all of them. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this gimmick. I really do. I think it's neat that each new release comes with one of these chips. You can plug it in, you know, and it recognizes it by this pin system on the back. And yeah, I just think it's a cool gimmick. I'm glad that they've continued this, and I think they'll continue it with the rest of the releases. So I'm pretty excited. These are a lot of fun. So again, I think this is another really fun release. I know that it's getting to the point where I have about 10 of these robots, and on the surface they look kind of similar, but I still think each release is different enough that I appreciate them, and I really do still have fun collecting each and every one of them. You get a new chip with each and every one of them as well, so if you have that drive gear, you get a lot of playability there with new sounds and everything. And I just think it's a really fun release. I love the design. I think the color scheme looks great. The head sculpt's great. I really do like that backpack accessory, even though it's not a traditional weapon as far as a gun or a sword or anything like that. But the green is a really nice pop of color and works really well with the white and red, and I think it just all goes together really well. And I love that kind of goggle thing that swings from the back, like to enhance his kind of view or however those goggles work. I think that's a really neat gimmick. And it's something different, and that's what I think makes these releases worth collecting, all of them, because if you just had like, okay, it's another robot, slightly different color with the same sword and shield or sword and gun or whatever the case would be, I think that would make them stale and boring. But the fact that the designs are different, the head sculpts are all different, the color schemes are different, the accessories are all different, it makes collecting them worth it, in my opinion, and it makes it a lot of fun. So I recommend this release. I think it's a lot of fun. The only thing I could possibly complain about is maybe one more accessory, like a gun or something, just because I feel like a lot of the other releases, I think Cyclone Interceptor had a gun and like a baton. I think Brave Backdraft had the hammer and the claw, and then White Crystal Hope just gets the backpack. So I feel like they could have thrown in one more accessory, and then I think it would be an absolutely perfect release. That's the only little thing I can nitpick. Otherwise, I think it's fun, and I recommend picking it up. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at Drivehead 03 Mark II White Crystal Hope from the Tomica Hyper Rescue Drivehead line. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.